This is a mosquito larva. I'm tying it on a size 18. I'm thinking mosquito larvae are smaller than that, but it's kind of hard to tie this one on a smaller than 18 hook. So I'm using a scud emerger hook, size 18. The recipe in Dave Hughes' American Fly Tying Manual calls for gray thread. You know, you tie with what you have, I guess. So I'm going to use some olive thread. And the only ingredients on this fly are Grizzly hackles. So I'm going to use some Grizzly hackle fibers for the tail. I'm going to use a Grizzly hackle stem for the body. And I'm going to use another Grizzly hackle for the hackle and for the feelers out in front. So let's lay down a thread base. Then I'm going to do my tail. I'm just going to use a few last fibers off this stem. Maybe about body length, half a body length. Tie in the stem for the body. Take that back to where my tail starts. Wrap my thread forward. I'm going to do probably just a little bit more than half of the hook shank in body. So just wrap that stem around the hook. Nice tight touching wraps. Maybe I should have used the hackle pliers. That will be okay. Just need to leave room up here for the hackle thorax. So I'm a little, about halfway up. Tie that off. Now strip these furries off the bottom. What I'm going to do here is strip this back and cut my tip. And now it doesn't matter if I have a few fibers out in front. As a matter of fact, that's what I'm going to want eventually. Because this has feelers, so we'll just wrap this hackle here, creating a thorax. And what we're going to do for the thorax is actually trim the hackle down to create the thorax. This is going to take a little bit of trimming when we're done, so we'll tie that off. Okay, we're just going to pull not everything back, but enough back here. So we're just leaving a few fibers out in front of that eye, on top of that eye for the feelers. And we can trim that out of there. We got a few too many here, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and whip finish this, and then we'll do some barbering on this mosquito larva. So I'm going to trim off these under hairs, and I think I probably have a few too many feeler hairs, feeler fibers, so I can go in there and take a few more of those off of there. And then all of this hackle, I'm just going to trim it down just to create the thorax. Careful not to clip out the tail. Yeah, it's kind of a judgment call. How much is enough? Just kind of create just a little rounded thorax by trimming off all these hackle fibers. That looks pretty good. Alright, put a little bit of head cement on that knot, and we have a mosquito larva.